The priority for FC Barcelona is Marcus Rashford. With those 10 simple words, one of the most shocking summer transfer sagas took an unexpected twist and set the football world ablaze. Barcelona, fresh off a tense but ultimately triumphant La Liga campaign, have never shied away from bold moves in the transfer market. From Ronaldinho to Neymar, from Zlatan to Lewandowski, and more recently, the dazzling teenage sensation Lamine Yamal, the Catalan giants have always chased stars capable of lighting up the Camp Nou. Now it seems they're ready to go all in once more. This time for a player whose name few would have realistically linked to a La Liga switch just a few weeks ago, Marcus Rashford. In the early weeks of the summer, Barcelona's sporting director Deco, along with the club's top brass, had zeroed in on one name to solve their need for explosive width and direct attacking flair: Nico Williams. The 21-year-old winger from Athletic Club had just completed a stunning Euro 2024 campaign with Spain, establishing himself as one of Europe's most electrifying young forwards. Fast, technically gifted, and boasting a rare ability to glide past defenders as if they weren't even there, Nico ticked every box for incoming coach Hansi Flick. Talks had reportedly progressed. Barcelona fans were buzzing. Nico seemed ready to trade San Mames for the Camp Nou. But then, a sudden twist. Out of nowhere, Williams put pen to paper on a new long-term deal with Athletic Club, reaffirming his commitment to the Basque outfit. Barcelona's winger hunt was dead in the water. For Flick and Deco, this was a gut punch. Not only had they invested time and effort into the deal, but they'd also shaped their summer strategy around the assumption that Nico would wear Blaugrana next season. So, with that plan torpedoed, Barca scrambled. And quickly, attention turned elsewhere. In the aftermath of the Nico Williams saga, reports quickly emerged suggesting that Barcelona's new target hailed from England, specifically Liverpool's Colombian star, Luis Díaz. At first glance, Díaz appeared to be a dream fit. Technically dazzling, incredibly hardworking, and with a proven track record in the Champions League and Premier League, the former FC Porto man had long been admired at Camp Nou. But there was a problem. Liverpool simply weren't interested. Despite Barcelona's efforts, and yes, a formal approach was made, the Merseyside club stood firm. With Mohamed Salah's future uncertain and Jurgen Klopp already out the door, Liverpool had no intention of losing one of their key attacking pieces. Even more crucially, Barca's financial constraints meant any potential Díaz deal would need to be structured creatively, possibly with a loan-to-buy or deferred payment plan. Liverpool, reportedly, laughed those proposals off the table. Once again, Barca hit a dead end. And so, just when many thought Barcelona might retreat into the shadows of the market, came the bombshell report from Florian Plettenberg of Sky Sport Germany. The priority for FC Barcelona is Marcus Rashford. Barca want to try again for Rashford and are prepared to go all in. A few weeks ago, Luis Díaz was priority number one, as reported, but Liverpool rejected the approach. Rashford is now the clear number one target. Talks are ongoing. Green light from Hansi Flick was already given days ago, because for all his talents and pedigree, Rashford to Barcelona wasn't exactly on anyone's radar. Not until now. To understand why Barcelona would go all in for Marcus Rashford, you have to understand Hansi Flick's vision. The German tactician, brought in to succeed Xavi Hernandez, is known for high-tempo vertical football. His teams press relentlessly, counter with precision, and exploit space with frightening speed. Rashford, when confident and in form, is built for exactly that. Despite a disappointing 2023-24 season at Manchester United, Rashford remains one of the most devastating counter-attacking forwards in world football when he's on his game. Under Flick, he wouldn't be asked to create or carry the team, just to attack space, finish chances, and provide width when needed. And crucially, his profile complements Barcelona's current crop of attackers. Lamine Yamal and Rafinha are more technical and possession-oriented. Lewandowski thrives on service. Rashford could be the chaos agent, the X-factor. Hansi Flick reportedly gave his green light for the transfer days ago, long before the club's hierarchy collectively agreed on the move. That's not just approval, that's enthusiasm. The question is, can Barca afford him? This is the elephant in the room. Or, in this case, the €400 million gorilla. Barcelona's financial situation remains delicate. Though they've stabilized somewhat compared to the chaos of 2021 to 2022, the club is still operating under strict La Liga financial fair play controls. The wage bill is high, revenues are inconsistent, and every euro spent has to be accounted for. So how can they possibly fund a deal for Rashford, who earns north of £300,000 per week at Manchester United? Here's where things get creative. Barcelona are reportedly considering a multi-layered offer that would include an initial loan with obligation to buy, a deferred payment structure over 3 to 4 years, possible player swaps to reduce United's wage bill, potential bonuses tied to appearances and performance. Rashford's relationship with Manchester United is complex. On one hand, he's a homegrown hero, born in Manchester, and one of the most marketable stars the club has. On the other, his form has been inconsistent, and last season was arguably his worst since breaking into the first team. There are murmurs, nothing confirmed, be open to letting him go if the club can reinvest those funds into younger, more consistent talent. It's a long shot, but it's one Barcelona are seriously willing to take. At his best, Marcus Rashford is a game-changer. Let's break it down. Few forwards in Europe can match his acceleration. He's a nightmare in transition, something Barca often lacked last season. Rashford can play on the left wing as a central striker or even on the right in a pinch. That gives Flick tactical flexibility. He scored 30 goals across all competitions in 2022-23. Even in a poor 2023-24 season, he still notched vital goals. With nearly 400 games for Manchester United and over 60 England caps, Rashford brings maturity and a winning mentality. Crucially, he's only 26 years old, entering his prime. Under the right coach, in the right system, the ceiling is still high. For Rashford, a move to Barcelona would be a total reset. After years of pressure, scrutiny, and shifting roles at Manchester United, the chance to work under Hansi Flick, play in a system that suits him, and live in the relative calm of Spanish football might be the perfect formula to reignite his career. He's also never played club football outside of England. A move abroad might unlock a new layer of his potential. And let's be real. For any footballer, pulling on the Barcelona shirt at Camp Nou is a dream. As with any major move, the fan base is divided. On social media, Barcelona fans have voiced everything from cautious optimism to outright skepticism. If Flick can get Rashford back to his best, we might be cooking. Rashford? Overpaid and inconsistent. Hard pass. Better than no signing, and definitely better than Ferran Torres. On the other side, Manchester United fans are equally split. Some would be sad to see a local hero depart. Others feel it might be the right time to part ways. I love Rashi, but if we can get Euro 60-70M for him, I'd take it. He needs a new challenge. Spain would suit him. The deal, in many ways, reflects the modern football market. Unpredictable, bold, and filled with risk. According to sources close to the negotiations, talks are ongoing between Barcelona and Rashford's representatives. United have not yet received a formal bid but are aware of Barca's interest. Flick is pushing internally for a resolution before the end of July. Barcelona are considering offloading 1 to 2 players to help fund the deal. Names like Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, and Clement Lenglet are all being discussed as possible departures to raise funds. If a deal can be structured correctly, and Rashford is convinced by the project, this could quickly accelerate. Barcelona's pursuit of Marcus Rashford might feel like a desperate move at first glance. But dig a little deeper, and it starts to make sense. He's available. He's talented. He fits Flick's system. And most importantly, he has something to prove. For a club rebuilding its identity under a new coach, and for a player seeking a fresh start, this could be the partnership that redefines both of their stories. Will Rashford be wearing Blaugrana next season? Stay tuned as this saga unfolds. If you're a Barca fan, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. And if you're a Manchester United supporter, tell us, should your club let him go?